Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we are talking about Horizon, a new movie out in theaters right now. In Horizon, it deals with 3 different storylines, one of which is about a wagon train heading west to a town called Horizon. Another is a family's attempt to recover from an American Indian attack, as well as one kid's quest for vengeance, and another about a miner trying to presumably also get to the town of Horizon, but he ends up picking up a child whose parents have seemingly been killed along the way, and a group of bounty hunters who want the child as well. And yes, all of these storylines will eventually interconnect, not in this chapter, because Horizon's going to apparently be a 4-chapter event, 4 different movies, and I'm reviewing chapter 1. I probably should have said Horizon chapter 1 in my intro, my bad. Okay, so getting into it, first and foremost, what I liked about the movie, obviously the performances, they're all very good. Kevin Costner, Sienna Miller, Sam Worthington even, they all do a good job. And honestly, you do feel for a lot of these characters. Kevin Costner's character in particular, his name's Hayes, and you can just tell he doesn't want to be in the situation he's in, but he has no choice. He has no choice because nobody else will do this. So you do generally feel for him quite a bit. And not only do they make the good characters, the protagonists, likable, but when it comes to the villains of the film, they make sure you want to see them dead. They do. These villainous characters, they come across as evil, of course. And that's not a bad thing to do. Yes, Hollywood's been saturated with, these gray villains, these villains that they try to make you empathize with or sympathize with. But at the end of the day, the best villains are the ones you don't want to root for. Not only that, but they think they're doing the right thing. And with some of them, like this group of rogue American Indians, the leader of the group, he generally comes across as someone who thinks they're doing the right thing, even though they're not. I will admit, though, that the wagon train characters could be better. However, I'll get to that a little later. And as far as the cinematography and stuff, this movie looks very nice. It looks very nice. The cinematography's very strong. And you get this modern day take on what the cinematography of older westerns would be like. It's here, let's take some notes from the past, do a modern spin on it, not woke. This movie ain't woke, but let's do dolly shots over the plains instead of these still shots. And this is, of course, a western. There's going to be some combat in it, and it is brutal. I'm serious, the gunshots and stuff like that. It sounds like guns are going off in the theater, even though I know for a fact there ain't, because people would be panicking. But early on, there is a raid on a settlement by American Indians, and it is just one of the most brutal raids I have seen in a movie. Every time you see someone get shot, you're just in there going, oh. Props to the sound design guys for that, because that was the icing on the cake. The final ingredient, all of that stuff needed for it to get the effect that it got. And yes, this movie's very entertaining. If you're into older westerns, you're going to be entertained by this if you can stand some more modern elements like, stronger violence and stuff like that. Is the movie perfect? No. Honestly, the only time it kind of felt like it was dragging on a little bit was during the whole wagon train thing. I'm serious, the wagon train scenes, it just kind of felt like it was dragging on. You can at least see where that whole thing's at least going in this 4-part series, but it's not until really towards the end before any of that becomes obvious. So then you're just in there going, okay, we're back at the wagon train. Not only that, but the characters are in the wagon train scenes are also probably the weakest in the movie. I'm serious. All you know is Luke Wilson is the leader, I guess. These two Brits that don't really seem to do much other than write and read and draw. And the villains in that storyline are just two pervert Russians. Okay, that's gross, but other than the whole they're perverts, you don't know much about them. Also, there's like a bit of confusion during the first half an hour of the movie because it takes a while for you to know where this movie's going, how this movie's narrative is being structured. It is kind of Game of Thronesing a little bit and dealing with 3 different people going through 3 different situations, and that they're all going to be connected eventually. And lastly, the pacing's not the greatest. The movie's 3 hours long. It felt longer than that. And while it didn't really hurt my enjoyment of the film, just couldn't help but feel like I was in there longer. Like, not that long ago, I participated in the Lord of the Rings re-releases, and I am not going to lie. Sitting through 4 hours of Return of the King, that felt quicker than this movie. As at the end of the day, despite my issues with the movie, I think this is a solid, entertaining movie. It's fun. I'm definitely looking forward to the future of the Horizon movies. Because like I said, this is part 1 and 4. By my gripes, the story for the most part is very well structured. You like a good chunk of the lead characters. You don't like the villains. It really looks good. The combat scenes are excellent when they happen. All in all, it's just an entertaining film. I'm going to give Horizon Chapter 1 a 7. I did not forget to say Chapter 1 that time. I did not. That's all the time I have for today. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Britsky will return.